What's up, Yogi? It's Hiro, and today we're going to go over core drills to help you with arm balances. So, this is definitely going to be a little bit of coordination as well as mixing up some unique core exercises. Today, I'm going to use 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you don't need them. This just helps you with engagement. So, this exercise, we're actually going to do clams. In the first set of clams, grab your 2 blocks if you have them, and you're going to lie down onto your back, onto your mat. And I'm going to place the first block right into my calves and squeeze in nice and tight. That's going to help me engage my hamstrings for arm balances. The next one I'm going to place in between my knees so that I really draw into my core and use my inner thighs. So again, takes a little bit of coordination. Next step, arms up and pull your shoulder blades off the mat. Okay, with your shoulder blades off the mat, I like to teach this with the head down because a lot of times when we come into arm balances, we do this over rounding and it gets into our neck and into the top of our shoulders. So learning how to keep your chest broad while protracting the shoulder blades, which means spreading apart, is good. So from here, just dropping the toes down and then squeezing in as tight as you can. You want to try and touch your knees to your chest and hold it here. And we're just going to do 5 of these. And if a block falls, that's okay. Just pick it up again. This takes a bit of coordination. All the while I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep my shoulder blades off the ground and the back of the head on the ground at the same time. So I think that's about 5. So that's the first exercise. Give your legs a break if you need it. These are cork blocks, so they're a little heavy. Okay, so exercise 2, you can use your 2 blocks, you cannot use them. This is, again, a little bit of coordination. Block behind the knees. My knees are about shoulder width apart, hips width apart. Block in between the knees. I'm squeezing in. I'm lifting up my arms, lifting up my shoulder blades off the mat. Here I'm going to pick up the back of my head. It's going to help me engage the top of my abs a little bit more. And the whole time, as I twist, I'm going to try and keep my shoulder blades off the mat. And your knees don't need to come all the way down onto the ground. I'm going to twist to the other side. I'm a little close to the wall, so I'm cheating. And come on back. And you're really trying to pay attention to your shoulder blades, whether or not they're touching the ground. And it's good information, especially when you're doing something like a side crow, where you start to lose engagement, especially in your shoulders. One of the most common injuries in yoga. Okay, I have no idea how much this is, but I'm going to stop there because it's definitely hard. And we're going to move on to exercise 3. This third exercise, you don't need the blocks. So I'm going to move the blocks out of the way. And we're going to talk about hollow front body. And this is great for training your handstands and how to really find engagement in your core. I'm going to lift up my shirt so you can see. Typically what happens when we come up into a handstand is the low back lifts, as you can see in this space here. And even though I'm pulling in my belly, I'm still losing a lot of engagement in the low back area. So what you want actually is to hug the ribs down and together and then pull the belly in and start to push the low back down onto the ground. And then from here, lifting up the feet. This is really hard with the arms up, so you can leave your arms down by your sides if you feel like the low back is lifting. So with your low back pressing down onto the ground, now lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Okay? If it's okay, reach your arms up. And then from here, we're going to find twists if you want to build a little bit of coordination. So arms to the sides, cactus arms, reach over, keep pressing the low back down, and tap, and tap. Tap, and tap. And if this is hard, you can always leave your feet down and just focus on keeping the low back down onto the ground. Do this about 5 times on each side. That'll be plenty. Hopefully these exercises help you out for finding your core for inversions or arm balances If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll get around to answering them for sure.